Having never been a stranger to near utter catastrophe while flying my drone, I faced my worst dilemma yet recently. I was hiking in the Wasatch Mountains near Salt Lake City when I decided to fly up over the ridge line, and just as I crossed that ridge line, I got the alert that said the battery was running low and in a few seconds it would return to home. I'm guessing I'm not the only one to do this. That alert really blocks the shot, and so I hit cancel, wanting to finish my video recording, knowing that I would manually fly it back to the home in the next few seconds. Unfortunately, right after hitting cancel return to home, my iPhone battery died, and I no longer could see where I was. I did push the return to home button on the DJI Mavic Air controller, but I've never really flown to home using that feature, and I wasn't sure what exactly was taking place. After a few moments, the beeping of my joystick stopped, the buzzing of the drone way off in the distance seemed to stop, and I realized I had lost my drone in a great big mountainside. I hiked 5 miles back to my car very discouraged. I spent quite a bit of time that night researching online others who had been in the same situation, and I learned a few things that at least gave me hope. I found that on your DJI app, it actually will record the flight data for every single flight you take. It records GPS coordinates for your drone at every stage of the flight. So for me, I was able to find the GPS coordinates for its last known location. Because I wasn't sure what happened to my drone after my iPhone died, I also figured out where the home point GPS coordinates were, and I drew a line on a GPS-enabled map on my iPhone between those 2 points, an as the crow flies line. I got up at 4 o'clock the next morning, went to the home point, and I started to walk the line between that point and its last known coordinates. My hope had been, if in fact it eventually did start to fly back to the original spot, that it would have come down somewhere on that line that I was now walking. Another thing I learned that night by doing some research is that by simply pushing the return to home button on your joystick doesn't do anything. You have to push and hold it. And knowing that I hadn't done that, I kind of figured it was probably still near where I last had seen it with the last known transmission. So I did. I went up there, I hiked along that line. I looked as well as I could every step of the way. It's really difficult when you're in the mountains because you realize unless you're gonna step right on that drone, it's gonna be hard to see. It could be in a bush, it could be in a tree, it could have fallen down in a crevice between 2 big boulders. I didn't find it anywhere along the route. As I got closer and closer to the last known location of the drone, the hike became infinitely more treacherous. I thought I was going to be returning as a failure. I sat down on a cliff ledge and looked down below me to find my drone had had a pretty good landing without any control from me. Now, I'm guessing many might be watching this video because you are in the same pickle that I was. First off, my heart goes out to you. I've been there and I know what you're feeling like. I hope your ending will be as good as mine. And more than that, I hope that what I did might be of some use to you. So pull out your DJI app, find the flight data information, see if you can find the GPS coordinates, and enjoy yet another hike to that spot. Good luck.